Hello, Leo. I am Melinda Nail Fanatic, and I am here to do your reading for June 2016. I want to thank you as I begin to shuffle the cards for you. I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for your likes and your subscriptions, and for sharing my channel, my videos, and the knowing of me with the people who are important to you. I also want to invite you to join me on Periscope, where I go live on random occasions. So if you follow and receive notifications on there, there's an opportunity that you could be able to be a part of the interactive audience there, who frequently gets just readings. I do it because I love it. The income is not the most important, but the reward is in the work, and the income is definitely appreciated and put to well use. So, with that being said, if you would like to request a personal reading regarding your specific situation, you can follow the instructions that are there on the screen, and I do that by donation. So what is it worth to you? How much energy are you willing to put in it? Because I will reciprocate that back to you in your reading. So I am doing a reading this month for you. It's a 4-card spread. It's based on what you're desiring. So I will leave information to be vague for the very fact that you all have different desires. However, this energy, I believe and know and trust in the universe that the energies will be quite synchronistic with any of you high vibration earth beings who choose to view my channel. We attract what we are, and so I know what I'm attracting in you. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull you 4 cards. Let me cut this deck. And your 4-card desire spread, I'll lay that out. And then we're going to take one advice card from the Tarot 3D. And I will lay that out before we get started. So one advice card for Leos for June 2016. Leo, June 2016. Leo, June 2016. This one. Okay. So, what you have. You are walking on from a situation that you believed was building on to something beneficial, and this is an emotional situation. And you're moving on to your wish. You will be receiving a wish, but not quite yet. You've got to move on from the current status to get to that location. And so, to that situation. It's not even about location, it's about situation. It's about feeling. Are you still hung up on a past love? Have you decided to let those emotions run through and away yet? Because if love is what you're wanting, you can move on to that once you release the past. Are you hung up over a emotional outburst with a person in your life? You've got to realize the lessons that were there and move on from it, or it will block you. If you choose to deal with the emotions that you have and realize where some things just are not going the way you wanted them to go, so you have to release those things so you can move on to things working out in your favor for something that will be what you want it to be. And I feel like with the May 6th new moon, is time for you to set intentions. What do you want to be on the other side? What do you want to be there when you get there? Where is there for you? What are you wanting to have greet you as you move on to bigger and better things? What is bigger and better for you? Do you know what bigger and better is for you? Because if you can't clarify it, the universe can't give it to you. And so there's some emotional endings there so that you can move on to something more emotionally fulfilling. What you desire. Oh my goodness. Okay, love. What you desire is love. That's the obvious. For some of you, it could be business deals and other contract arrangements, working in cooperation with other people, two parties being brought together divinely. Which the most obvious is love. So for a lot of you, you're out there looking for love or wanting love. That's your desire. You want love, and you want there to be passion in between you two. You want there to be some fire in between the two of you, and you want it to be a divine blessing when it comes. Very good. What you need. What you need is to heal and allow all these other ideas that are no longer serving you to fall out. You may have been thinking about some different people, but in your heart of hearts, you know that it's not in your best interest. It's time for you to remove them. Let it go so that you can heal your heart. Your heart will heal automatically once you remove that, which is stabbing it. So for you right now, if you want that love situation, it is important that you do not accept anymore those that you know are not headed in the same direction that you are. If they clearly say they are not interested in having a serious relationship, leave it alone if you are. If they're not wanting to settle down and they're telling you this, trust them. They're telling you exactly what they are. I also feel like maybe there's 3 different people that you had been considering for a love relationship, and you're just like, never mind. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. That's okay. That's good, because that's greater clarity. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. You know exactly why you don't want them. So with this new moon on May 6th, I would begin today even, which is today is the 3rd, I believe. But yes, today is the 3rd. So even with this new moon, you can make a list of what you don't want, and then take each one of those things that's on that list and write down what you do want as its opposite and how it feels, and just write as much as you can about what you do want, because it's going to focus your mind to what you do want. So let's do that during this month. It is very important during this time, this first week of May, and I know this reading is for the month of June. Some of you are going to see this now. If you're watching this reading in June, I feel like you can reflect back to the first week and a half of May, 2 weeks of May, and you will see some evidence of who are these 3 that must be removed at this point. Okay, what you get is the Chariot, and with the Chariot, it's in reverse. So we may be going backwards. We may be going backwards in the opposite direction of where we came from. It means that somebody is, like, say for example, you were in a not dating period, and then all of a sudden you started dating, and you're just like, this is not what I want. You know what? I'm gonna stop dating again. I'm just gonna stop putting effort right now. And I feel like that's what this card is calling you to do. Stop putting effort and allow it to come to you. Stop trying so hard. Let it come in. The advice is the Hangman. You're in this waiting period so that you can gain greater clarity on exactly what you want. How do you want this to play itself out? If everything turns out to your greatest happiness, what does that picture look like? Focus on that picture. Tell that story for a little while. Tell it to your journal. Tell it to the universe. Go take a walk in the trees and tell the universe, you know what? When this perfect thing works out in my way, this perfect collaboration, this perfect union works out for me, this is what it looks like. Gaining clarity on what you're wanting is the reason for this standstill. So allow it to do what it does and work with it. Okay? And again, that goes in with this Chariot in reverse, which is stop taking the action. Don't try so hard. Allow it to be. So, thank you. Love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time.